an extra recording. Not sure why, but here it is. Red Moon Creation Wave Spell. 13 days of self-trust, on finding that deeper level of yourself, deeper level of trust in yourself. And it's all about the purification of the emotions. So it's all about getting to know yourself better on an emotional level, and what these emotions are doing with you on a physical level. And I must say, since I embrace my emotional crazy self, I can allow more of my emotional aspects and emotional waves that go through my body. And so that was my growth in the last 260 days, because I saw and I felt that I allowed more of my emotions, and I allowed myself more to feel my emotions when they came up. And I recently said to several people, it's by allowing myself the disharmony that I felt in myself, or the disharmony that I felt when I entered a room, or when I was in a group of people, that there my biggest growth was lying. Because when I look at myself, and I see my behavior of the last maybe even 50, 54 years, I felt that I felt responsible for any disharmony that there was in a group or a room or in myself. And that was one thing, but I wanted it to go away as soon as possible, because I felt there was an unsafetyness about disharmony. And so over the last 260 days, very unconsciously, but now very consciously since this morning, I see that in many of the cases when disharmony was there, I jumped into action, even if it was not my responsibility, to be able to balance the disharmony and create again harmony, because I felt myself unsafe in the disharmony field of frequency. And so I was sitting with that this morning, and I said, wow, what an insight. So how many times do I invest my energy in solving or in balancing or in creating harmony to be able to feel safe? And how many times was that energy invested in a way that was not my responsibility, first of all, and secondly, was not invested in at the place, at the time that it had to be invested in. So today I can look back at it, be very mild to myself and say, okay, this is a great insight. So now what will you do with this? It's Yellow Human Day. And so it's all about focus and attention. I am the creator of my reality, of my life. And so what will you do when anything is coming up in the next days, months, weeks, where you feel a disharmony in the energy field? And what will you do with it? Will you express it? Will you give it words? Is it yours? Will you reflect on it? Is this my responsibility or not? And then what will happen with your energy? What will happen with your focus? Will you be able to go back to your focus and your attention without feeling called to rebalance the energy or bring back the harmony? To be able to feel safe yourself. So, is it okay for me to stay close to myself, to find safety in me without needing safety outside of myself, but to feel safe enough when I stay in alignment with myself and when I really trust, that's the word, trust my own choices enough to continue my path, my focus, my attention without being how do you say that? Without being, maybe misguided or needing to jump into other activities and other plays that are not mine. And I feel that this reflection is helping me to stay more aligned. And I just started on the 12th of October my 7th year of this 13-year creation cycle, personal creation cycle. And I feel that this is exactly what I needed to stay more aligned on my path, whatever that is. And also feel more the trust and the deep trust that I'm guided, that I can always connect to that deeper safety place in myself, and that there is a unique part that all of us are playing in this bigger picture transformational journey that Mother Earth is going through and the whole field is going through, and that we are, each of us play a very unique role in this. And as a guide through the unknown, but also alignment guide, so we become more antennas and contributing as a human being connected to the cosmic plan, walking on Mother Earth, and picking up the signals of Mother Earth and downloading the vibrations of the cosmic dynamics and feeding back on that. So it's actually a magical co-creative play that we are all co-creating together. And So every one of us is playing an enormous part on this journey. And yeah, I feel the more we allow ourselves to feel and to reflect and to sit in that elevator, to go up and overlook our life and observe where we are, and then come back and make decisions from that bigger picture, then we all grow into a more emotional maturity, and also spiritual maturity. And yeah, coming from a deeper knowing that we are all connected in this whole dynamic. And so, yeah, interesting that I wanted to come out and share this on a yellow human beautiful day. Tone 4, it's all about structure and form. And we are in Moon 4, and with the owl as the totem animal. And wisdom, stillness, overlooking, and yeah, making intentional decisions connected with the new moon of yesterday. So I'm wishing you all, yeah, an amazing, conscious, creative focus day. Talk to you later. Bye bye.